Oh, hello, good morning. It's your old mate Dave Spencer back with you again, reporting to you from the Uttoxeter roundabout, which is midway between Stoke and Derby. And well, we've made the trip here. It's taken us about an hour to travel the last 200 yards. There's been a smash. They've got one lane already blocked off, and it looks like on the remaining carriageway there's been some sort of accident. The traffic's banjaxed. There's probably a queue from here back to Stoke. I guess the traffic could be 10-mile queues now. When it does get moving, it's going to be a very slow procession of trucks moving away, which of course would suit us. So very much as usual, we shall see what we shall see, and that really was never truer than today. So we'll stick with it. We're here, we might as well see what's happening. There's not that many lorries crawling through the other way. There's a few. I guess perhaps there's a jam on the road with people looking at the accident. Very often is on these occasions. Anyway, if it all starts moving, well, we'll nip over the road and see what's happening there. So I'll stop blabbering on, get round the other side of the camera and see what we can get. Oh, we can see the wagons stretching into the distance. We are nowhere near the end yet. Yeah, I always like McBurney. I think it's a very nice livery. Sort of colourful, smart, not too fussy. Anything but white. Star Transport there was from Norfolk. My family, that bits of it that isn't Irish, originated from Norfolk. I must have been one of the rare ones whose ancestors escaped on the roads. Oh yes, people in Norfolk very proud of their roads. Very difficult, not very many of them, and as far as they're concerned, it keeps everybody out. And they live in their own little bubble, in their time bubble, how things were 1,000 years ago. Just them and the sheep. All my family there, they kept sheep, and the sheep kept them, and we won't follow that line too far, will we? Gosh. Ah yes, that's the day when men were men and sheep were afraid. I bet you've missed all this banter during this Corona doodah. It's great to be back with everybody, chatting again and filling the time in. Got a white out of the lorry there. Well, I think I can see the end of the I don't know what you call it. The convoy. I think we're perhaps already past it, and this is just stuff that's joined on the end. I saw a queue. You see what's like that with this rationing? You see a queue and you get on the end of the queue because you think it might be a bag of flour going, and then you find out it's a 25-kilo packet of spaghetti. You think I'm joking? We bought a £5 catering pack from Waitrose in Northwich. That will keep us in spaghetti for the next 20 years. I think it'll be gone off before we ever get to the end of it. Another one of the Northern Irish lads. Well, what was I saying? Get to the end of this. There is no end, is there? There is no beginning. There is no. Oh, I better not sing. So I put this on YouTube. They'll get me done for breach of copyright. Because if you hum or sing a tune or melody, whoever that tune or melody, it belonged to somebody, you know. So if you find yourself whistling and you whistle a couple of notes and happens to tie in with a tune that somebody jotted down, you could you'll get done for breach of copyright. Oh yes, very keen there on YouTube. Well, you can say what you like, you can put all sorts of disgusting things on it, but don't breach the copyright. Do you know, at one stage you weren't allowed to mention the word corona. It was banned on YouTube, and you could be stopped having any advertising if you mentioned it. And it was ridiculous, because it was like the elephant in the room, or the elephant in the whole world. And you know, it was the #1 topic that influenced the way of life of everybody at the time. This corona thing, all over the world, except for the countries that didn't have it, because they didn't have Scraggy Head running it. And yeah, and Google said you can't have any. You can't have any of it. No, this corona. They said, well, only talking about another beer. When I was young, Corona used to deliver the lemonade. They used to bring it to your door. I think we've probably thrashed this to death, and it probably won't hurt us after we've got this bibbies around the corner, is to go back to our position for the afternoon. Well, hello, it's your old mate Dave Spencer, back out on the road again, and we've been on the A50 at the Uttoxeter roundabout between the Stoke-on-Trent and Derby. And as usual, we saw what we saw, and as usual, it's always really nice to know that we've got so many people along with us, whether they're viewing clips on YouTube, they've downloaded, or they've bought DVDs, and it's there for posterity, along with the rest of the PMP archive. So, as we come to the end, our usual farewells. It's bye for now, and we hope that, God willing, stay safe, stay well, and we're going all to meet up again sometime soon. And so I'll be heading away in a bit, and when I get home I'll have a brew and a cup of tea. Trouble is, in this corona you can't pop in a cafe and have a brew and a cake. Bit of a nuisance. Well, we'll survive. Anyway, as we always say, bye bye, bye for now.